Pages turn, the story unfolds, the ink on the paper, a world I behold. Lost in the panels where heroes fly, comic books and brews, my alibi.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 13 of Comics and Brews. It's been a wee bit. It's been like a month, or maybe 3 weeks by the time this comes out. But we haven't recorded in a month, so it feels like ages. And if you weren't aware, Comics and Brews is the drunk history of a comic book character. What used to be every single week, we pushed it to every other week because, you know, there's schedule problems. Only 70 people listen to this anyways, so I don't think anyone's too mad about it. But sorry for skipping a week. I was sick a wee bit. But this is the drunk history of comic book characters, Comics and Brews. And it's great to be back. I'm your host, TazAlGhul. And with me, as almost always, is your girl, Just Abby.
Hello. So with this one, we are actually going to do our first ever DC character.
I can't believe that.
Pretty crazy because, we've done how many episodes
12?
now? 12 episodes.
Yeah, this is number 13.
Jeez, lucky number
Not
13.
one DC character.
Lucky
I can't believe that.
13.
I didn't even realize.
Yeah. Which is shocking for you because I feel like you're into Batman and all the Joker.
Yeah, we were just trying really hard not to do like the main peeps, so
Yeah.
which I'm happy we did that, but I can't believe we didn't even like get some Penguin in or something random for the first 10. It's crazy.
But yeah, so we didn't realize we didn't do one yet, so we're gonna be doing that. And it only felt right to finally do it, and especially with this character's show that just got released a couple weeks ago.
Good. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Like, oh my word. Like, the first episode was sick, and I was like, oh my word, this is going to be a banger. I didn't expect much, because I feel like...
I just never...
I thought the Batman was pretty good, but everyone always shits on all the DC stuff, and so I was like, I like it, but I didn't expect much. I'll just say that, especially because, like, I saw Titans on Max. Pretty good. Doc said I didn't like it, but it was just like, whatever. Penguin... absolutely slaps because episode 2
could have been another like Suicide Squad.
Yeah, people like that. People like it.
Do they?
Yeah.
I guess I just don't.
People are all about John Cena.
Oh, I just didn't like Jared Leto.
Yeah.
Not in that role. Not as Joker.
Oh, but he wasn't. Yeah, he was. He was in. Oh yeah, that was Suicide Squad.
That was Suicide Squad.
And then didn't they do another one? I don't know. But yeah, I couldn't get. What's his tits out of my head? He's the best Joker ever. It's Heath Ledger.
Yeah.
He's just so good. And I think everyone would agree that he's probably the best Joker. Jack Nicholson, of course.
Well, yeah, it's a classic.
The OG, but Heath Ledger just sent it to the moon. But yeah, I think there's 4 episodes now. 4th one just came out last Sunday. The one before we're recording this, what's today, the 17th? Something like that. But unreal. So if you haven't watched it, give it a watch. Figured it was perfect to like link this up with that because I think everyone's gonna really like it. Even people I know who aren't really into comics like that episode. So yeah, where am I? I totally got on a rambling spree there.
Do we want to talk about our beers first?
Yes. Yeah,
cool.
That's a good idea.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm drinking. Or you want to go first? You go first.
So I went back to my 21-year-old roots when I lived in Washington. A lot of people obviously know this brand, but Elysian. And I wanted some pumpkin beer because it's spooky season and it's fall. So I went with an Elysian. We got a whole pack of pumpkin beers. And this one is the Elysian Pumpkachino. Pumpkachino.
Pumpkachino?
Which is a coffee pumpkin ale.
Which normally I would hate, but it was not bad.
So a pumpkin ale with the attitude of a world-weary barista. Pumpkachino packs a short shot of Stumptown coffee, which Stumptown, I believe, is from Seattle also.
Oh, that makes sense.
In your pint with just a shake of cinnamon and nutmeg.
Oh.
It does contain lactose.
'Tis the season.
So, yeah.
Abby was trying really hard not to go with another WeldWorks.
We always
or something that we have done 700 times.
Yeah.
Because she's not wrong. We cannot stray from the beauties of this land. But this is Colorado. It's hard not to go WeldWorks. So my beer of the week is WeldWorks because obviously just can't refuse.
So good.
And with this beer, it is literally just perfect season for it. it's almost Halloween. So I got Roller Coaster Hazy IPA from WeldWorks right here. Mm-hmm. And let's see if it focuses. Maybe. Oh, yeah. The can art is sick.
Yeah, I like that.
I feel weird reaching. Hopefully it
I wonder
focuses.
who does their can art.
But incredible. I know. I cannot wait to finally do one.
Yeah, we get to do one.
Wow.
You get to do one. I don't get to do anything, but
Let's see. I don't know.
I could give you approvals, I guess.
Yeah. So we'll get to that later. But I got no details here except for this is just a roller coaster hazy IPA from WeldWorks, and I actually really like it. I don't think it's like that high on Untapped. It's like a 3.9er. Could be wrong. Don't quote me. But I think it's like a 4-banger. It's a 4-banger. But yes, we will be doing our first can for Hall of Justice and Fiction Brewing. Just found out today. Thank you, my boy Randy. Hallelujah. So we'll see how that goes. We have no idea what we're going to make yet. We have an idea, but now I got to conjure up some magic here in the next couple weeks.
Yeah.
Because it's called the IPA. It's going to be coming out at Fiction Brewing in Parker, Colorado.
Yay, comics.
Yeah. So they got their derpy Yay Comics guy. That's going to have to be in there somewhere. I might use theirs. I might make a new one. A little derpy thumbs up, dude. I just got to figure out. My brain's got to get cooking now because only weird ideas are going in here. And I don't know if John and Randy are going to like that, but it's going to be a lot of variations. But yes, our first can art is coming. IPA, Fiction, Hall of Justice. Bingo, bango. It's going to be beautiful. But yeah, very exciting. Can't wait to do that. First Comics and Brews label. Should be sweet. But yeah, I guess that's our beers. That's our beers of the episode. Do we do this now? Do we get into it?
I guess so, yeah.
All right. I don't even know where I left off. I think I got to like tie back into here.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're going all the way into the vintage Penguin from like Golden Age era when he first appeared back in the OG Batmans into the New 52 and even dabble into some Rebirth because he's honestly not too much into, I mean, he's in Rebirth a little bit. Of course, he gets into it with Batman and stuff, but there's like not too much crazy shit that goes on with the Penguin in the newer comics. Like they have their own little standalone ones, but as far as like his history goes, nothing too crazy except for his kids, which we'll get into later on. Kind of tail out on. But
That man has kids?
yeah. Can you believe that? The Penguin,
Wow.
he didn't use his horn, he used his nose. Somehow it worked.
Whoa.
But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, this is the drunk history of the Penguin.
Woohoo.
Woohoo! You!
Born Oswald Chesterfield.
Great.
Cobblepot?
Great middle name.
Cobblepot.
You didn't know that was his last name?
No. Cobblepot.
It's a full trifecta all around there. Beautiful. Chesterfield.
And his first appearance was in Detective Comics number 58, where he rigged a jewel heist and attempted to steal an emerald penguin. Oh, wow. Huh.
Yeah.
The penguin was teased very much in his childhood due to his short stature, fat body.
You didn't read my notes.
No.
Come on.
And bird-like nose. These traits made him an outcast in his rich debutante family. His family was rich?
Yeah, in the early time comics. So that's what.
So how does that compare
to the show? It doesn't. That's why it's like
it's like their own thing.
It's so weird. We'll get into it because like in the New 52, it's like a totally new Penguin too. It's weird how because like DC basically just totally redoes their storylines at times.
A penguin who comes from a rich family, I would never root for. But a penguin who comes from a poor family,
like in the show,
I'd be like, that's the antagonist that I'm gonna like.
Absolutely. Like I don't give a shit. Like if you're already loaded and you're going to try to steal an emerald penguin,
Yeah,
like suck a fart, buddy. You need more.
Yeah.
Get out of town.
Which is why I think like in the show, I'm like finding myself hoping that he succeeds.
I know, because he's just like a driver, and everyone kind
Yeah.
of spits on him. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, you're just a little fat wobbly boy. Like,
Yeah.
go and get.
Yeah.
So it's sweet. Yeah, he's awesome. But like,
But yeah, okay. So
that's why like when I say New
your
52,
OG one came from a rich family.
yeah,
True villain. Okay.
yeah, like New 52 is basically DC revamping the storylines.
Gotcha.
Rebirth, same thing, and now they're doing it again. They're like doing it all over again. They've been doing it way too much. I don't know if it's because DC's struggling or what. I know Marvel
Probably.
does weird shit too, but like I feel like DC. I mean, Rebirth was what? Not even 10 years ago. I think
Oh my
it was
God,
like
I just thought about it. We never got boxes, did we?
box. Oh shit.
Oh, we never went over our comics we got today.
Oh my word.
We could go over it at the end.
Yeah. So we picked up our comic books today, and we're going to slide that in. I think we got excited with beers, and that we're designing a beer label. But yeah, we'll go over our comics. We got some sweet ones this week, so we'll close it out with that. So if you don't actually listen to this episode and you just want to hear what comics we got, which are really cool, you can just ski all the way to the end here. But back to the penguin. Sorry. The rejection of his friends, penguins, all the people who basically chirped his tits off because he's a badass with a giant nose and he's pretty terrifying to look at, apparently. He became an evil, stone-cold killing gangster. And this contrasted against the more aggressive and specific moneybags origins of the Batman graphic novel, Batman Penguin Triumphant, which specifically states that Oswald Cobblepot ever was insane and merely used his astute mind and scientific skills in developing weapons to intimidate and control others, which is kind of cool. Like, he's just kind of like, he gets chirped so live, he gets bullied, and he's just a secret genius. And in the background, he's just back there doing his thing. He's got no superpowers, but he's just making up some stuff to get back at all the people who are shite to him. And the largely attributed Earth 1 incarnation origin of the Penguin in Batman 287 is where this kind of stems from, where he's like scientific skills.
1977?
Yes.
Wow.
Okay. I know. So Penguin's been around for a long time. That's why there's like so many weird twists. I mean, actually, there's not that much, but he goes back. He goes way back.
So yeah, that's pretty sweet. He's not just some nutbag psycho like the Scarecrow or the Joker. He's just a normal guy who got bullied straight up, like, in his life. Poor guy.
I feel like there could be some real penguins out there.
There probably is.
There's probably many.
Some gangsters, probably.
Absolutely.
I could see that.
Oh, yeah, sorry. It's quite terrifying. Yeah, there's just probably so many out there who get bullied and then they just turn into this kind of thing. They're not stealing emerald penguins, but, there's just a bunch of assholes in the world who are just butthole surfers to the children out there growing up in elementary school into middle school. I remember middle school being an absolute nightmare. I've seen some crazy shit.
People are mean.
Yeah, and especially now. Sorry to all the kids out there. If there are any kids watching this, you guys have it rough. We had it before social media was even a thing. Like, we didn't have Facebook, Instagram, none of that. We had AIM, when I was in, I guess that was like middle school ish. But that, you're just sending messages, and maybe your little away message could be a little jab at someone you hate. But that's about as bad as it got. So I'm sure there's a lot of penguins evolving out in the world right now, because people out there, just be nice. It's not that hard. We're not here that long. Just be nice people. Don't make penguins. So the penguin obviously has his trademark umbrella, has his weapon of choice. He's got trick umbrellas.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah. I mean, he's the penguin. Yeah, he if I remember right as a kid seeing things, he would float down on it, and I don't remember if the Danny DeVito penguin had, I'm pretty sure he used his umbrella in those old Batman movies, because I swear I remember him shooting bullets out of it.
Something
and
weird.
Pretty sick. So he executed his crazy schemes with his umbrella. Probably shot some scarecrow gas, but pretty sure I vividly remember him shooting bullets out of it. But there's several versions of the penguin's origins that say he was forced as a child to always carry an umbrella around by his overprotective mother due to the fact that his father died of pneumonia after being drenched in a downpour.
Interesting.
So dang, more trauma for the penguin. Which actually is kind of cool that ties in his umbrella, because I didn't know that till I wrote this, that's why he oh my god.
I've never seen the penguin use an umbrella in the show yet. I don't.
No, because it's more modern day gangstery, and I like the way they did that. It's kind of stupid. It's not raining. What do you need an umbrella for? Just
protection,
always
I guess.
panicking. I mean, if you got a bunch of bullets in there, and
I don't know. He's kind of.
I mean, shoot. In the show, his psychic some out of stuff. He just had his trusty dusty umbrella.
Yeah.
How are you?
Oswald is quite the classy guy throughout his history as far as style goes, so he always prefers to wear formal wear, such as a top hat, tailcoat, and spats during his jobs. What is spats?
Spats? That's a great question. I forgot. I remember I Googled it when I wrote this, and I pulled up a picture. Is it the things that
go over your shoes or something?
Probably.
That's maybe what
because he would have the full bleep 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 bleep.
Yeah. Huh.
And some of them I think we get into the monocle. He always had his little thingy too.
Okay.
But he had the full shebang, which I'm pretty sure he wore purple in there, which is why it's kind of cool in the show.
Okay.
How he has his purple car, because that was always kind of a little tone of that. Shouldn't have got a Maserati, but
yeah,
that was weird.
The penguin received his alter ego from a childhood taunt bestowed by his peers, who teased him because of his hideous face, body, and love of birds. Some retellings of his origin suggest he also suffered from some sort of hip ailment.
That's why,
which caused him to waddle when he walked.
Which is another weird contrast because the show is his toes. It's like they're all
all
like
messed
disgusting.
Up. The penguin shows no signs of suffering from this affliction today.
He just got out of that hip dysplasia.
Interesting.
Yeah, that was gross. Like episode 1.
The show, like what?
Like I don't think this is a bad spoiler because it's like it's unless you're into feet because it is
those
foul.
Feet. Ew.
They're like I'm assuming that's why they gave him that pimp limp in the show because they are just like stuck and crunched together. It's nasty. But anyways, I won't spoil any more of the show. But I feel like they should have stuck to him having the waddle. Like you can't have the penguin just like walking around like a straight up gangster. Like I feel like that's probably why I got chirped as a kid. Like just let him be weird and messed up. Like it's kind of cool. Yeah. Just get a little zest. But I love how they stuck to it in the show. We just talked about that. And some comics suggest that he tried to abandon the title of the Penguin, which apparently he hates. Did not know that. But it's permanently brought into popularity by the Batman because I mean, he basically uses that to identify this Mr. OG gangster.
Yeah. After the destruction of the previous primary reality of Earth 1.
This is when it gets crazy.
When it had been removed due to the events of Crisis on Infinite Earths. The new penguin who emerged native to New Earth had far less girth.
That was my wording. Sorry. Girth.
In his belly.
Thick boy.
And far more mental prowess and focus than any of his previous incarnations.
Yeah, see, so that's like another, like, he's just mentally smart and he does crazy hood rat stuff with his brains. He's not just like an asshole scumbag shooting people up. Okay. So, pretty cool. But again, like, all this Earth 1 stuff, this is where DC... Crisis of Infinite Earth is just like
Earth 1 is.
Wipes.
I don't know what any of this is.
Like in Marvel, there's so many different Earths, like all the multiverse of all the Spider-Mans. It's kind of the same thing, like Earth 1 Batman, and there's like so much crazy stuff.
Chi wants to say hi.
Loki's trying to get in here, as always. See her tail.
Cutie.
So normally, if you hear the butting of the door, she's just head ramming that thing to get in here, and we just let it happen today. So sorry about it. But yeah, all the Earth 1, Earth million things are kind of weird, and it's honestly hard to comprehend. I don't even know when they had like the death metal books with the Batman Who Laughs and all that stuff. It was like the whole multiversal thing going on recently that I've read. I haven't gotten into all the crazy ones now because now it's like, I don't have it here, but it's like all in. I'm not totally up to date on that. So if someone is up to date on that and can like write in the comments what's going on with that, because there's like absolute Batman, everyone's shitting their pants on. I don't know if that's tied into that, because if it is, we need an absolute penguin. That would have been sick, but missed opportunity. So yeah, it's totally confusing because, I mean, if someone who doesn't read comics, I don't know how on earth you would absolutely understand that, but they basically just create a new penguin, which is weird. But long story short of what that is, the Crisis of Infinite Earths. This is a multiversal catastrophe that resulted in the destruction of countless parallel universes. So yeah, all the other universes out there, and the recreation of a single positive matter universe and an antimatter universe. So psych, there's not just one, there's two. At the dawn of time, and this basically broke up the DC universe timelines into pre and post Crisis, and all this multiversal magic. It's nuts. And it's confusing, and I don't know, maybe they're getting too crazy with it, but yeah, Cannoli also is now in this episode.
Come up here.
Oh, there we go. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, Cannoli.
The cannoli.
Cannoli the big olie.
The little cannoli. So, much of the New Earth Penguin's adventures shows Oswald far more concentrated on developing and refining his mental skills to overwhelm all of his many foes.
Many foes.
Not merely Batman, and far less attention in his personal life wants. The Penguin began exploring the potential of going straight and less gangster, like in hopes of reaching his goals of personal power and accomplishment.
Yeah, so he's trying to keep it more... I'm pretty sure it's a little shady still, but I think he's trying to like open clubs and stuff and just...
just
I'm sure
live.
He's sliding some of that... nasty dust, or as they say in the show, them drops. But yeah, the Penguin tried to stay on the straight and narrow, but of course, whoever would think that's going to happen? Because absolutely not. There's no chance he could do that. He's the Penguin. Oswald overcame his history of being a convicted criminal to gain profitable work and gain the wealth that he personally desired. So yeah, of course, Cobblepot selectively returned to criminal activities, but he would continually be found and imprisoned by both non-powered and superpowered law supporters. How are you? Cannoli, don't stomp on my balls.
Her butt's in my face.
Nice. She's going to let it rip.
I hope not.
Alright, okay, my turn.
Here? Is this where we are?
Yeah.
Okay. Wait. No, I think you went down too far.
I already scrolled.
So, Cannoli's really distracting. He then decided to take advantage of his limitations, also known as always getting smoked by Batman and everyday gangsters that just had a little bit more power than him.
Because he's smart, but he ain't strong.
Yeah.
He's the gun.
And gained contacts during his time in the Suicide Squad. He was in the Suicide Squad?
Yeah, I didn't know that till I wrote this.
Did they just not include him in the movies?
No, it's like that's like long. I'm pretty sure his Suicide Squad times were like a long time ago.
While at Bella Reeve prison, Suicide Squad then headquarters, Cobblepot had his criminal record expunged and gained financially.
Yeah, so basically if you're in the Suicide Squad, that's how you get all your shit wiped. You do your job and then see ya, which is also kind of a trap because Waller is a beast. But yeah, he's clean, baby. And Cobblepot decided that it was in his own best interest to emulate his controller in the Suicide Squad and manipulate everyone from behind the scenes rather than to continually... Wow. I guess I've had a few beers. Continually leave himself open to outright threats and arrests, which would interrupt his wealth amassing activities, like opening his future clubs as an open criminal, because, yeah, they're just going to smoke his ass right away. And so basically he's playing it smart, going covert ops with it all. And yeah, he makes everyone else do the dirty work. So he keeps his hands squeaky clean, baby.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
While gaining social appreciation as a businessman and celebrity host of a successful restaurant and nightclub, the Iceberg Lounge, where all the criminals hung out at, Cobblepot also continued to gain success as a criminal mastermind, manipulating the massive criminal underground members to largely work for him in his role as a clearinghouse for their illegal activities.
See, so he's keeping it clean, but he's tucking all them drugs down in the Iceberg Lounge somewhere, which I think is pretty sweet. They do that really good in the show too. He literally is just the master manipulator, and somehow everything works out.
Yeah.
And it's mind-blowing every time. Incredible. But while Cobblepot does still very occasionally participate in himself in criminal activities, probably shoot some people up here and there, it's in his role as an indirect and inactive criminal manipulator and social beauty in the ownership of the Iceberg Lounge. So everyone thinks he's a badass because he owns the Iceberg Lounge. I'm sure there's still those high fashion criminals who still spit on him because he's a hideous beast, but you know, whatever. Cobblepot says, suck my farts. But the nightclub that Cobblepot has finally begun to attain the power over the three main groups he wanted, which just Abby will tell you what they are.
Those three main things were acceptance by the social elite he longed to be included in, and who now recognize his legitimate businesses as some of the most successful society people frequently joined. Power.
Illuminati.
Oh, God. Shh.
Sorry.
Power over the criminal underground, whose many superpowered members included Killer Croc, who needs and uses Penguin's fencing operations. And then personal success over his many enemies, including Batman, who now tolerates Cobblepot's many associate criminal activities for the lack of direct evidence against Cobblepot, as well as milking the Penguin for info he will sometimes spill to the GCPD, and Batman when it does not interfere with Cobblepot's own designs and operations. So they kind of work together a little bit?
So, okay. I mean, smart man. Mm-hmm. He's not getting his hands dirty, but Batman knows he's dirty, but he can't do anything about it. The world's greatest detective can't put Cobblepot away, but he's a wee bit of a rat. A Brad Marchand. He is dirty. He leaks to GCPD, which if he does get locked up, you would think would get him a little knock knock, who's there, night night. But yeah, so Penguin's kind of a scumbag in all around world. But I mean, I still kind of like him, which is crazy. Oh, wow. Cool. But the Penguin continues to operate in the successful mode as the ever entrepreneurial Penguin is often dealing stolen property or arranging early furloughs for incarcerated former criminal associates. For a hefty fee, of course, on the side, during the period when Gotham City was leveled by an earthquake, the No Man's Land storyline, he was one of the major players in the mostly abandoned and lawless city, using connections. One was eventually discovered to be tied to Lex Luthor and his company, which y'all know who he is. That boy hates Superman. To sell this, know who he is. Lex Luthor, bald guy.
I've heard of his name.
Have you not seen Batman vs Superman?
Nope.
Oh my god.
Was it good?
Oh my god. All right.
I never claimed to
Lex
be
Luthor's like the main villain. Like I told you, Darkseid's like the Thanos of DC.
Yeah.
Lex Luthor, I don't know how I compare him into the Marvel universe there. But yeah, he's like a genius. He's like if Elon Musk was evil. That's how I see it. I don't know. That's how I see it.
Interesting.
Yeah, weird. But yeah, to sell necessities at outrageous prices. So basically, there's an earthquake, shit goes down. It's like COVID. There was no toilet paper on the shelves. Cobblepot's racking that TP. He's like, $10 a roll. Wipe your ass, boy. Wipe your ass. I got dumb TP for you.
Is that how he talks?
Yeah, no, absolutely not. With that big of a schnoz, he's a little bit nasally on film. Or actually, he could probably breathe really good. I don't know.
New York accent.
Yeah. So kind of a dickhead there because he took advantage of an earthquake, absolutely demolishing Gotham City. So the more I tell this history, the less I like the Penguin.
So was that previous, all of that? That was like during the 70s when... Is that...
The earthquake happened? I'm pretty sure this is post Crisis of Infinite Earths, which is after.
Okay.
But it's like before New 52, which was, I think, like, that was 2000s for sure. I think it was like 2010s-ish.
Okay.
Because 2017, I think, was Rebirth.
Gotcha.
Could be wrong here. People tell me.
Okay, well, when the Penguin reformed in the early 1980s...
Okay, there we go!
That's why I was like, was all of this in the 70s?
Well, I think you answered your own question.
I don't even know if that's true.
70s in the storyline.
Okay. In the early 1980s, he ceased wearing his signature top hat.
Oh, maybe we're just like rewinding here for.
I think
we're rewinding here for a minute here. I'm a great note taker.
So I was like, excuse me. For he was often seen indoors. He molded his hair after a rock hopper penguin.
They're like the ones with the like.
Oh, what?
Yeah, they have the weird things.
And it was practically glued to his lounge booth.
So those booty cheeks were never leaving the Iceberg Lounge.
Interesting.
He got them hookers and all that crazy stuff. But yeah, the rock hopper hair kept people from messing around with him. Because imagine walking up to Penguin. He's got these crazy little... He should have gone skull it with like the flare thingies. That would have been sick. That's a good Penguin. But after putting up with being an informant broker to Batman, he went back to crime once again. How bizarre. Who would have seen that coming? But after stealing a rare bird statue, he and Batman got into a scuffle at his old hideout, and Penguin called it quits and went back to his booth at his lounge. So Penguin's doing like Catwoman stuff here, which is crazy because that's Batman's lover. Once back, he was horrified that Batman got the statue hidden in an egg, and he had... Well, I need to read that again. My words just do not work right now. Once back from all that shitza, he was horrified that Batman got to the statue hidden in an egg he had with him, making things worse for him and vowing revenge on Batman. And everyone wants revenge on Bruce.
After the earthquake and fall of Gotham that he totally took advantage of, Penguin was arguably the most powerful person in Gotham at the time.
He had the most TP.
Though his territory was a bit skimpy, he controlled most of the underworld and gangs, with Arkham Asylum and Blackgate Prison down and its prisoners free and wanting a piece of Gotham. Penguin found himself in gang wars and disagreements with Two-Face, Killer Croc, Mr. Freeze, and Black Mask on the regs.
Man, I can't believe we haven't done a Two-Face. I love Two-Face too.
And
now that you're so into that stuff, Harvey Dent would be a good drunk history.
That would be a good one. Wow. I wonder if he'll make an appearance in... Wow, they could really keep the Penguin series going for a while if they wanted to.
They could do it forever.
Like a long
and then they
time.
tie him back into the Batman, too.
Yeah.
That'd be so sick, because then obviously you can get Two-Face
Who
involved.
plays him again? Colin Farrell?
Yeah.
He's just really good with
And he's a
him.
man rocket, and he looks hideous.
I know, it's
It is
impressive.
so
and
cool.
sounds like crazy. Like, compared to his regular voice, I guess.
Yeah, it's so cool.
It's pretty cool.
We're really pumping the tires of the show because it's
It's
valid.
really good.
It's really good.
Good job, HBO.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the first Max show. I'm like, can I get a hell yeah? But Penguin was shot in the knee with an arrow, which cost him half his territory
Jesus.
to Two-Face. I don't know if Two-Face shot him in the knee, but what a snipe. Now that's another added pimp limp waddle for him, because not only does he got that hip dysplasia, he's got that arrow in the kneecap. Ski! He's got the double. Pop, pop. Now he's really waddling. He's giving it a little, oh yeah. Penguin soon found it preferable to open clubs and casinos in the overturned buildings, and it became a steady way for him to rake in money before Lex Luthor started work on the new Gotham. The Penguin kept a presence in Gotham as it was rebuilt, mostly due to the efforts of Luthor.
Can I take a beer refill break?
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh, yeah. We have, so our beers, we bought beers, and then we continued to go to breweries, which made our
We did
beers
a
in the
whole
car
day.
warm. So we had to do beers
We
of
had
the
to
episode
wait.
that we did not plan to do,
Yeah.
because I actually have one in the freezer right now that I really wanted to do, and Abby had a warm beer for her episode
I
of the.
did.
So it's been a little tough, but we couldn't not go to Downhill Brewing, and we watched the Yankees lose. That was a sad day. Sorry to anyone who hates the Yankees. I know there's a lot of you, but what a game, and what beers.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Some slappers
and
at
we
Downhill
went to
right now.
Fiction before that.
Yes.
They had some good ones too. Their
They
carrot
did.
cake beer that they had today was really good.
Oh my gosh, they had a collab with the Poupoulet Bakery, and I had
yeah,
that. I don't know how to actually say it, but
I think it's poulet.
Poulet?
I just call it poupoulet because it's kind of
Poupoulet,
funny.
the bakery
But
there.
they're like the best brewery.
Oh.
I mean bakery. I would say like
In all of Colorado.
I've had probably.
They're like from like they went to France and did this, right?
I think the bakers, chefs, whatever you want to call
Yeah,
them.
something like that.
They definitely like their
Their
experience.
croissant things
Oh my
are
God, it's
insane. They have like
incredible.
matcha stuffed croissants that are just.
Like poulet, yeah.
And so
they're the
I had like
best.
a stout pastry stout that they collabed with. So like Fiction is doing collabs with all the local Parker places. So like Poupoulet is one of them. Hall of Justice, who we're doing the label for, is the other one. And I can't remember the third one, but I know he said there's a third one they're doing. But it's super cool that that's exactly what I want for Comics and Brews. I want to be able to just make collab beers. I just need a brewer, and I need a place to do it. And then bingo bango, I would do that all the
Yeah.
time. It'd be insane. It's so cool.
That is true.
That's
But
what
yeah,
Fiction needed.
I am sporting a Something is Killing the Beer glass today. I don't know if that's going to focus or not.
Probably not, but
Maybe.
an ode to Erica Slaughter. It's not
I don't
something
even
that's
know if
killing
you
the
can see it
children.
that well, but there's Tracy.
I know. I thought of him while I made that because I was like, something's killing the children. I'm
It's
just
our
thinking of
friend.
monsters in the woods. I just had to do a Yeti. I couldn't.
Yeah, I'm going to
Oscar type. I'm not really sure how to draw one of those, but
Chest.
we're back to it.
I'm doing another illusion.
Abby has got her beer, number 2.
It is Night Owl Pumpkin Ale because I got a
Blumpkin Ale,
whole
nothing
pumpkin
like it.
box.
The whole thing is pumpkin
I'm pretty
flavors.
sure, yeah, and I'm pretty sure a lot of pumpkin beers I think aren't actually pumpkin. Like today,
Yeah, Dale really spilled it.
and I knew it. 'cause
It's
I'm
just
like,
spices and stuff.
That's what I thought because I'm like that's kind of what pumpkin spice is at like Starbucks or something. They're not like putting pumpkin in your coffee.
Yeah.
They're just putting like the pumpkin spices that go in pumpkin pie or something.
Is it just the way it like brews is just disgusting? Probably.
I don't know, but I mean they use fruit and all this
Yeah.
other stuff in it all the time.
I feel like you could pour
It's
the canned
probably a-
gunk in there and just
It's
like.
probably a pain in the ass.
clean.
And it's like, well, we could get a similar flavor without having you do that.
Because that was the best pumpkin beer I've had, and I hate pumpkin beers. And that one was actually good. And then Dale was like, "Yeah, got so much pumpkins in there." None.
Ooh, this
This
one's
year.
good though.
I won't try. Night
Okay,
Owl.
so I had Night Owl, like, this was years ago. And I was thinking, because at that time in my life, I wasn't drinking quality beers. I was drinking Coors Light, like, all the time or whatever
That's
it was.
not bad.
And I had a Night Owl back then, and I thought it was the best thing ever because I was used to Bush Light or something.
Yeah, I think Space Dust was my first one of my first IPAs, and I was like, oh my god, look how cool I am drinking Space Dust.
Space Dust is still good.
It's good. I just like don't really like it that much, but
it's strong, isn't it? Like 12% or something.
Probably.
It's pretty high ABU or ABV.
It's just crazy.
ABV.
In California, I just never dabbled in like hazies and stuff. I was just like, oh my god, gross. And now I have WeldWorks. It's just beautiful.
Dude, WeldWorks, all their hazies.
It's just beautiful.
And all their everything. But anyway, okay.
Back to the penguin.
Back to the penguin. After I burp. Okay.
Gross.
Okay. The penguin now becomes swept up in the events of Infinite Crisis, which was talked about a little bit earlier, with all like multiversal. Nice.
We're returning
whatever.
back.
Yeah. In the limited series 7th issue, he is briefly seen as part of the Battle of Metropolis,
which is where Superman's from.
Okay, that makes sense. A multi-character brawl started by the Secret Society of Supervillains. The Penguin, along with several other villains, are bowled over by the surprise appearance of Bart Allen.
It's like a Flash.
Oh.
I think it's Kid Flash.
Okay.
Yeah, Kid Flash. So yeah, Barry Allen is the Flash. Bart Allen might be Barry's kid.
Okay.
Which could still be Kid Flash. Yeah, I don't know. Sorry.
Huh.
Tell me. You all tell me.
Is the Flash the one? I didn't see that. That's the one that just came out like a year ago, right?
A couple years ago.
Was it?
It's got Michael Keaton's Batman in it.
Was the Flash the guy? The main character is like the guy who's crazy.
Yeah, Ezra or whatever.
Yeah.
From the Wonderful Things or whatever, that Harry Potter thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I really like that Flash. I'm sad that he's a nutcase.
Yeah.
Because I really don't know who I would... Like, the Flash is the coolest storyline. Like, all this multiversal stuff, he actually time travels, and it makes sense. Like, I used to read all the Flash comics. Once Rebirth was in, I would read all those Flash comics because it was so cool how it, like... And they, like, tied the Watchmen into Flash and the Batman. And I was like, that's so cool. Mm. And now they just ruined it by another DC, like, character just... Like, Henry Cavill, great Superman, I thought.
Oh, he's like perfect for it. He's absolutely... I don't know how that got messed up.
You shit him out of work and say, screw the Witcher and to be Superman, then see
ya.
He
was a great Witcher.
And let's get someone who looks just like him to play Superman now.
You need to watch The Witcher. Also, I'm not super into that stuff.
I watched one episode and then that was it for me.
It was a great show.
I'll try again.
I think it was good.
I
thought it was good.
I got a lot to catch up on. I still haven't watched Rings of Power either.
Yeah, me neither.
I'm big Lord of the Rings things. But anyways, back to the Penguin. Later, while the Penguin is away from Gotham, the Great White Shark and Tallyman kill many of the villains who worked for Penguin and frame Harvey Dent, a.k.a. your boy Two-Face. Can I get a home, yeah? Yeah, I lost my spot there. Wow, I got excited. Great White had planned to take over Gotham's criminal syndicate and weaken all of his competition, Penguin included. Upon his return to Gotham, the Penguin continues to claim that he's gone straight and reopens the Iceberg Lounge nightclub, selling overpriced merchandise. Hopefully no more teepee. He's past that now. And he urges the Riddler to avoid crime, as it's more lucrative in their current non-criminal lifestyle. Nice try, my guy. He tried to keep it clean. Respect to my boy, but the Penguin, no chance. That's no chance of staying there. Look how cool he looks in this picture. That's my Penguin right there. Umbrella gun, ripping up. I think that's a joint. Wow.
Kind of looks like
absolutely
a cigar.
Beautiful. Yeah, it's probably a cigar, but a little pencil one.
The Penguin is also featured as a prominent figure in the new Gotham Underground tie-in to the series Countdown. He's hired by Batman as a snitch.
See? The boy's a rat.
Using his criminal contacts to give Batman an edge over Gotham's criminals. He is also in a gang war with Tobias Whale and Intergang in a war that ultimately he loses along with his privileged position due to having lost Batman's support after his supposed death at the hands of Darkseid.
Darkseid, that's the one I showed you today. That was like Thanos's. He's like the Thanos of DC.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
You saw him today.
Yeah.
But that cover on John Jang, that John Jang cover is sick. God, I need to buy that. Oh, yeah, so Batman's dead. Psych. Intergang then takes advantage by the events of Final Crisis. The Penguin also appears in Battle for the Cowl. the underground, which shows the effects of Batman's supposed death on his enemies. The little sprinkle of leftovers from Penguin's now crumbling criminal empire had been destroyed by the returning Black Mask, who was in Birds of Prey, I think, the movies. So, I don't know if you saw that, but he was in that. Yeah. He's now established himself as ruler of Gotham's underworld once more. I'm not a big Black Mask fan. I think he's pretty stupid, so that's just dumb. He's like my least favorite criminal mastermind of DC. He sucks.
The Penguin's mob had been absorbed by Black Mask, unfortunately, I guess, for you.
Stupid.
Now he basically owned all that was good. Old Oswald's? What's that?
All of good old Oswald's things are gone.
Oh, I see what you're saying there.
Sorry, I write my notes as if I'm speaking in hopes that you'll read it like me.
Not me.
And it never works. So you should maybe write these.
No. I know nothing, so probably not.
I didn't know.
We can write about Powerpuff Girls.
There we go. We're going to get a drunk history of Powerpuff Girls. Abby bought 17 Powerpuff Girl comics today.
I did not.
Which we're going to show you later. That's probably in her stash of what she pulled today. Can't wait.
So the Penguin's going to be pissed.
Pissed!
That's how you would say it.
Yeah, thank you.
Seeking revenge, Penguin, with the aid of Mad Hatter, abducted the new Batman, Dick Grayson.
Yeah.
Richard.
Yeah, Cock Grayson.
Brainwashing him to assassinate the Black Mask.
Yeah, it's so cool. He's Nightwing. Oh. Dick Grayson is Nightwing. You don't know who Nightwing is? Are you serious? Oh my goodness.
DC.
Wow.
Don't blame me. DC movies
suck.
I
didn't know that, but Dick, a.k.a. Cock, however, fails to kill Black Mask. Instead, he manages to shrug off the mental conditioning and eventually capture Black Mask, unmasking him as Jeremiah Arkham, the maddened director of Arkham Asylum, the psych ward, which What's-Her-Face in Penguin show is in. That place is Bananalands. Arkham is committed to his own asylum, and a doctor named Alice Sinner replaces him. I've been holding that one in for a while, sorry. Yikes.
During the events of Brightest Day, the Birds of Prey discover the Penguin beaten and stabbed by a new villain calling herself the White Canary.
You know who the White Canary is? No. Man, I thought you saw Birds of Prey.
I did. Oh, I think I know.
She might have been the Black Canary.
Who was? Yeah, I'm like, I don't remember.
Black Canary or White Canary, same, but different.
Okay.
Yeah.
The birds rescue the Penguin and flee the Iceberg Lounge.
Nice. That's their hideout. Sick.
While recovering, the Penguin expresses an attraction to Dove.
Oh, to Dove.
Eventually, the Penguin reveals that his injury was a ruse and that he's working with White Canary in exchange for valuable computer files on the superhero community.
See, he's just an all-around rat.
Yeah.
He's a sneaky rat. He's trying to wheel the Dove. And she probably was like, no. He's like, come on, girl. I need you. Just kidding, psych. I need this, dude. He betrays the birds, how bizarre, and seriously injures both Lady Blackhawk and Hawk before being defeated by the Huntress. You know the Huntress.
Yeah, I like Huntress a lot.
Huntress then tapes up the Penguin with the intention of taking him with her, only to be informed by Oracle that she has to let him go due to a police manhunt for birds being underway. Do you know what Oracle is? Gordon's daughter, Batgirl.
Oh.
She becomes Oracle.
Oh.
She basically is like the computer chick for Batman. She is the all-seeing eye for all the Bat fam. It's kind of cool.
I should do that.
Yeah, you could be.
I could be Oracle.
That would be you. You would be the Oracle.
Oh my god.
Absolutely. That'd be. Wow, that's so cool. Pretty you cool. Are Oracle. Wow, that's awesome.
Now the Huntress is absolutely pissed that the Penguin totally flip-flopped on them and became a traitor. So she decides killing him with her crossbow would be a good idea, but ultimately leaves him bound and gagged in an alleyway.
Big in BDSM stuff. She loves it.
With the promise that she'll be back to exact her vengeance on him later. I'm not saying.
Come on! Freaking balls.
Taz thinks that's kinky.
Kinky little Huntress. Penguin is featured in the last issue of the Secret Six series. He's attacked by the Six in his mansion and blackmailed by Bane into revealing information on Batman's partners as he plans on killing Catwoman, Batman's love, Azrael, Red Robin, and Batgirl, a.k.a. Oracle. Penguin reveals the location of the Six soon after. They're subsequently attacked by the Justice League of America. and Teen Titans and Birds of Prey, Justice Society of America, and several other superheroes who take down and capture the Secret Six.
Wow. Soon after, a new villain, calling himself the Architect, bombs the Iceberg Lounge, while Penguin and everyone else in the lounge are successfully evacuated by Black Bat and Robin. The lounge itself is destroyed. The beginning of the show
Again.
And the end of the Batman, if it was totally exploded too.
And I guess you haven't seen it. In the beginning of the show, the Iceberg Lounge is like burned to shit.
Oh, that's
the Batman
what that was
that's
all about.
shit.
Okay, yeah. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is where like New 52, DC does a whole little reboot. Ski. How bizarre. There's too many of them. It's kind of like, it was cool for me because I was out of comics and I got back into them on Rebirth, so it's kind of cool. Sprinkle a little bit of New 52, but it's nice to get a little reboot. But yeah, there's another Penguin after this, but as far as I've read, he doesn't appear that much in New 52, so that's most of his history right there, but there is a little like stuff on.
Well, the Penguin was mentioned by a thug in Detective Comics number 4.
No name, just a thug.
Just the thug. The thug approached the villain Dollmaker.
It was creepy.
Dollmaker?
He literally like makes creepy ass dolls, and I honestly that's all I can remember about him. I think he kills people and maybe makes them into dolls. Can't remember.
I don't like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, he captured Batman with several $1,000s in gold, offering to trade the gold for Batman.
Yeah, shocker. But of course Batman escapes. Duh. Because he can never be tamed. He's the Bat. Then he absolutely smokes each and every one of Penguin's men. Other than that, there's just a sprinkle more of the Penguin in the next issue with a Hitman and Joker's mask. Is featured and is in possession of a poker chip from the Iceberg Lounge, which, woohoo, that ties into the Penguin, but not really much going on there. Like, cool, he got a poker chip. The Penguin's kind of just like dusted out of New 52. Stupid.
Penguin only briefly appears at the end of the issue. Watching reporter Charlotte Rivers disguise herself as one of the lounge's waitresses from a security booth and tell several female bodyguards led by Lark to kill her. So basically nothing really important at all here, but at least they included him a little bit because he's cool.
Yeah, like he's neat, but I don't know why they don't use him. They used like what? I mean, I don't know. I get it. They reuse so many villains in the movies.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Stupid. And then comes the next reboot. One more again, like I said, DC Rebirth, and this is where I kind of like dove back in big time on some Batman, The Flash, pretty sweet Detective Comics. Yeah, and I mostly read. I just said that. So yeah, Batman, The Flash, Detective Comics, and if I remember right, there's like not much in Batman until like actually probably like a year ago. So yeah, this is where he does kind of get crazy. I think he tries to become the mayor and stuff again, but yeah, we'll get in there.
The Penguin appears in The War of Jokes and Riddles.
Yeah.
Siding with the Joker in his war against the Riddler.
It's a pretty good
Seems
little
cool.
series there. Yeah, it's sweet.
The storyline also shows him as one of Carmine Falcone's lieutenants, later taking over his criminal organization after the Joker forced the crime lord to flee Gotham. Okay, so that like kind of relates to the show, but like very different storyline.
Yeah. It's like they don't really. I feel like they're not really tying to it because like Falcone is.
Yeah. If
you saw the Batman, this isn't a spoiler because that's a long time ago. Falcone's dead.
Gotcha.
Wait, you didn't see the Batman?
Which one?
The Batman. Oh my god.
Which one is that?
The Robert Pattinson.
Oh no, I didn't.
Oh my god. So you've been watching The Penguin with no understanding?
That's why I was confused at first. Like, why did everything flood? What is
going on? How did you know that
right
it was
now?
a different actor then?
Huh?
You were like, you knew it was a different actor for Falcone. I was like, that's not the same guy. And you're like, oh yeah.
Because I saw like, I don't know, like clips from it.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Who is this woman?
I don't know.
Someone
Sorry,
tell Just
guys.
Abby to figure it out.
Well, it's freaking DC, and I didn't know, but I also love Robert Pattinson, so I should probably watch it.
Clearly
And Zoe
not enough.
Kravitz,
Clearly not enough. Penguin also plays a major part during the Tyrant Wing, informing Batman of Bane's attempt to mentally break him and forcing the Dark Knight to protect him. Penguin also comes into conflict with Red Hood and the Outlaws when they begin targeting his operations. Oh my god, what the frick are you doing?
I was just lifting her up.
Oh my god.
Cut this.
Jesus Christ. Holy shit.
I was just lifting her up.
Why?
Because she wanted up here.
What the heck, Cannoli? Now Loki's fired up. Oh my god, I was in the middle of a sentence.
You could just restart it.
What the heck? Oh, wow. Alright, I just shit my pants.
Sorry about it.
Oh, it's also revealed he was responsible for Willis Todd's imprisonment, having forced him to confess to a crime Penguin committed. Attaboy. Never take the fall for your own crimes.
During their dark designs, it is revealed that Penguin was among the villains approached by the designer to create a united underworld in Gotham, along with Catwoman, Riddler, and Joker. This included a plan to let Penguin become the mayor of Gotham legitimately, using an army of assassins to eliminate his opponents.
Yeah, anyone who wants to go up against him, ski. Huh. I know, that sounds familiar. This entire plan went straight into the shitter after Joker rejected the designer's plans and executed him, leading the group to cover up the incident. During the story, Penguin and the other conspirators are targeted by assassins including Deathstroke, Merlin, Cheshire, Mr. Teeth, and the Gunslinger.
Wow.
After being saved by Batman, he reveals details of the conspiracy to Batman before being rushed to the hospital. Penguin also hosts many of Gotham's supervillains in the Iceberg Lounge. That's a burp. As the Joker initiates the Joker War, which is also a pretty sick little storyline there. Yeah, they didn't know who the real Joker was, and all of a sudden there's variations of him. It was sick. There's like Joker here, Joker there,
Is that
Joker
what
there.
like Joaquin Phoenix is supposed to be? Is like a variation or something?
I think so. I'm not really sure where they were trying to go with that because that was on its own little solo tangent. But
Gotcha.
because I'm pretty sure in one of these Joker War ones, they like try to tell the storyline of a Joker, and it's kind of like that his Joker where he like tries to be a comedian and do like small stand-up stuff, but he sucks and no one thinks it's good, and then he just kills people because they all think he sucks.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so it's pretty similar.
Huh. Penguin later organizes a heist with Clayface taking his place. However, Batman traces the conspiracy and learns that Penguin is apparently dying from an illness. Rather than let it take him, Penguin ingests an apparent poison and dies, framing Batman of the crime.
Batman poisoned him with cyanide.
Wow.
Or did he?
Wow.
Let's find out. This leads to the activation of the failsafe program, which is absolutely banana lands. Failsafe is basically the protocol that goes into place when Batman has absolutely lost it. He literally like programmed a robot thing to basically take over and kill him.
Jeez.
Basically, if Batman's lost it. Yeah, so it's like a robot Batman who has all of his abilities and is nuts. But that's for another history. But basically, he has Batman's mind, but he is just a lethal robot that can absolutely smoke him.
Jeez.
He knows every move that Batman can do. That would be actually a really good drunk history because Failsafe is around for a long time after that. And the Batman of Serena.
In the end, the Penguin didn't kill himself and just
Psych.
retired to Metropolis, the land of Superman, blaming his encounters with Batman as an addiction. He also helped arrange for his children Aiden and Addison Cobblepot to take over and assassinate his other children. Jeez.
Yeah, pretty fricked up. But
What the hell?
yeah, I feel like the Joker says that too. It's addiction. You try to stop me, Batman. I'm addicted to you. Like, shut up. It's stupid. It's weird. But I just opened my second beer, by the way, of this episode. And this one was a creepy one that we bought on purpose for this episode. And I just slacked.
Creepy.
And I also just had it next to the candle, which warmed it up. So that's kind of depressing. But we got Hop Creature from Weldworks. Will it focus? Probably not. No, it's focusing on
There
Abby.
you go, maybe.
Abby, just kidding.
Oops,
Psych.
sorry about it.
I have not tasted it yet, but let's get a little...
Nice foam.
Thank you. Thank you. Oh. You want to try?
Yeah.
I actually don't think there's that much flavor. That's like a 4.2. I'd give it like a 3.75.
Yeah.
That's not that good. That's actually a disappointment.
Did you try this one?
No, I didn't. Oh, yeah, I did. Night Owl. Actually, no, let me try that again. Night Owl. Cheers. I think that's better than this.
Yep.
Dang.
That too.
I rarely rate a Weldworks a 3.75. This
is
is a
it.
3.75.
This is the one.
Oh, and I guess Bulba Hops If you didn't know.
Boba Hops.
To my Pokemon peeps out there.
Boba Hops.
Go and get. I do have a Blastoise one that I have sitting in the tank. Haven't released it yet. If you're a Blastoise fan, let me know, and I'll give you the secret weapon.
The deets.
Yeah. Well, Sweet Berry Wine. He literally wants his kids to kill his own kids, so that's nuts.
That's messed up.
But the way it seems, I don't even know what happened to that because I feel like I read that in Batman and then it kind of just like tabled it. Because I'm fully caught up on Batman right now, and I don't know what happened with that. But that's where that all ends up. I just said, yeah, his kids are, I think, still leading the criminal realm, but Batman's on some other side thing with Catwoman, and that goes into All In, which, I'm sorry, people. My comic book people out there, how do you keep up with all of these tie-ins? It's insane.
I don't know.
It's like you need to buy Wonder Woman, Batman, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, holy shit, man. I got a stack of readers right here that I haven't read, and that goes back over a year. I can't keep up with it. I just can't. So if anyone's got some details, if they've read something about Cobblepot's kids that I have not, let me know, because what in the world? But overall, what I got from this history of the Penguin is that he went from criminal, attempting to keep it clean, and then just fell right back into it. I think that's a good old standard issue criminal lifestyle over and over again, and even using all of his gangster knowledge to be a snitch. So he's living life on the edge there, because if you get caught, you're definitely going to die. You're going to go night-night. But his one true love is the Iceberg Lounge. Sounds beautiful, and I would definitely go there.
I'd go there.
Absolutely.
Make your own Iceberg Lounge.
Oh, man.
That could be the underground of Comics and Brews.
Yeah, just no
Iceberg
paraphernalia. That'd be sick. If I can get Comics and Brews with like a basement.
That'd be pretty cool.
It's just the nighttime lounge, just smooth jams. Just,
I feel like you'd have to have stripper poles or something, though.
I mean, we could. It won't be strippers, but they could be used.
Poles.
I'll use it. My 40-year-old ass in there one day, just like, ski.
But yeah, that is the drunk history of the one and only Penguin. Be sure to subscribe, of course, to get all the episodes.
She's very motivated to get subscribers. Could you tell?
So
be sure to subscribe,
motivated.
Of course. Be sure to do it.
Yeah. Well, this is usually your line. So.
Yeah, sorry.
But yeah, so if you do, Taz will send you some free stickers.
Hey, she's pumped on that. Free shit. Yeah.
Stickers are pretty cool.
Yeah, so if you do, I feel like I've said this many times, but no one actually does it. I've had like 2 people actually reach out. I will send you stickers. Like, I'll send you a free sticker pack if you just subscribe.
Just need an address.
Yeah, that's the only thing
holding
holding me back. Yeah, if you don't want to
address.
give me your name, you can call yourself Pupule. Doesn't matter. Just give me your address and I'll send you a full stack. Yeah, this whole thing right here is full. What do we got? What do we got on deck here?
Yeah, that's a good.
Let's see. I mean, we got the Bulba Hops. We got just the OGs. I mean, I don't know. We got hundreds of them. So I think you need them. If you subscribe, you literally just got to click. Even if you don't listen, that sucks. If you don't, I mean, maybe we're dust, so it makes sense. I don't know. But hopefully the video helps so you can see the weirdos behind the play. Yeah, so Abby's right. We got to get into our comics that we pulled today.
Just a quick see.
We don't do New Comic Book Day on Wednesdays because, I mean, I have a pull list at Hall of Justice. Abby just goes like once a month. So when she goes,
I go.
she goes on a tear. So
Yeah.
let her show you what her comics.
And these aren't all of the comics I bought. These are just the ones I thought were
we're going like top
relevant and
5-ish.
Cool. So because it is spooky season, I did get this Poison Ivy that has the pumpkin on it.
Great
That's
cover.
pretty freaking cool.
Abby's box is just so cool because it's the
killing it
most
nowadays.
random stuff.
I also got the new Dazzler that came out. Pretty freaking cool.
Pretty freaking neat.
And because I'm a
Oh, yeah.
because I love Powerpuff Girls when I was little, and I still appreciate them. Mojo Jojo.
Mojo.
Also, another favorite that it was before my time, but my dad and aunts loved it, and I liked it.
That's why you got that?
Yeah.
Your
Dark
dad
Crystal.
loves the Dark Crystal?
Yeah.
Little Jim Henson?
That was like, Jim Henson was like, So yeah, that's their comic book version of this.
I wonder how creepy that thing is, because Dark Crystal's weird.
I know it is, but yeah. We also saw this one because it's spooky season.
I'm so happy you got that.
Yeah,
That's
it
so
seems
cool.
really cool. It's called Seance in the Asylum. And I thought that was really cool. So we got that.
So sweet.
We also got the second one of Once Upon a Time at the End of the World, which is the foily one.
That's
I
love my foilies.
Cool. I like it.
And I think that's a continuing storyline from Nice House on the Lake, which I have read almost every single one. I don't think I finished the ending of it, but that storyline is sick, which I would love to tell the drunk history of that.
And for the last one, this is the one that first caught my eye when we walked in for some reason, and it's definitely older. I just like the art of it. It's older.
I couldn't find it on cover price.
Don't really know what the heck it is. Peleus and Melisande?
Yes, not Melisandre, it's Melisande.
Melisande. The classic story of love and death, and it was a two for one deal. But I don't know, I just really liked it.
Show them the back.
Yeah, and here's the back of it.
Huh.
So I don't know, but I really liked it, so I bought it. No, that's my favorite.
That's why I love Abby's random pulls, because they are so cool. Just the most random stuff. Abby's box on my cover price is sick. And so I'm just going to go top 5 here. I got about 40 because I missed a week. Sorry, Randy and John. But this was on Logan's pick shelf here. And I went to the actual shelf and there was none left. So I was like, I absolutely have to grab this. The Exorcism at 1600 pen. It's been a long time since I've gotten a horror comic because I used to do like Basket Full of Heads, the DC stuff, and like those. They were all right, but I like want a really spooky one, and this one kind of is giving those vibes off. And the cover is very Department of Truthy, so maybe it's the same artist. I didn't look it up, but that cover is sick. There's just a terrifying little demon behind Susan B. Anthony in the White House.
Susan B. Anthony.
Crazy. I'll do that last. So I did subscribe to Absolute Batman, but I asked for the foily cover because I'm a big foil guy. So I know that A cover is going off the rails. So I fricked up and didn't do it. And I only subscribed because Abby told me to. But this cover's sick. Jim Lee foil.
Cool.
I'm sorry. Like, I'm mad at myself for not getting the A cover because it's just non-existent at my shop. But pretty sick. So those are what I'm going to be reading. I got a couple of oldies here. I didn't have this cover, Spider-Man 13, just the good old-fashioned McFarlane. Didn't have that black suit. Got to have every black suit. And then the Sinister Six cover, Spider-Man ASM 141. Had to have it. Just like classic, sick, banger. Hall of Justice does like reply sales. So they usually do a little discount. And then the HOJ Image Comics Gold Foily. Shout out to HOJ for winning the Image Comics Awards. Miranda gave me this for doing the beer label. Woo-hoo. I have their golden ticket right here.
It's pretty freaking cool.
It's pretty sick. And I'm going to have to go get a regular one now because The Moon is Following Us. I have not read it. I know nothing about it. But now I have to read it.
Full moon time.
And so I'm pumped to have it because HOJ is absolutely tits supreme and the best comic book shop I've ever been to in my entire life. California, you had good shops. Not this good. But yes, that was a good pickup. We also opened up some Pokemon packs, which you'll obviously see in the shorts. We opened them at Fiction Brewing when we were talking about the label stuff. But yeah, that was a long episode. It's a very long episode. It's been a long time.
I was like, we haven't been on.
It's been a long while.
Time. So it was, I guess, well overdue. We'll try to be better.
We really wanted to talk to all 12 of you really badly.
Really bad.
And have beers. I've been sick, so I've not really had beers.
Yeah, he's
in
been
a long
sick.
time.
We've been busy. It's a whole thing. But hopefully, like November, will be okay. We're going on a road trip to my hometown area, and our plan is to just hit up breweries on the way. So Nebraska, Omaha,
Project
Des Moines,
Brewing, let's go.
Iowa, Eau Claire, Wisconsin, Menominee, Wisconsin.
I can't wait.
Lots of good places to go. So
I can't wait.
We will try to vlog.
I don't know if they call it that anymore.
I
still call it that.
I still call it that. It's fine. But yeah.
We're going to have a lot of shorts of Abby crushing beverages.
Me too.
My shorts are too full of Pokemon cards. Sorry to my Pokemon fans.
Maybe we should just buy a big ass Pokemon box and like open up open up cards at each place we go to or something.
A beer in a pack.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Abby's onto something.
Yeah, I know.
You're a genius.
I know.
Holy shit. Well, that's how Poke Brew shorts begin. Ladies and gentlemen, that was the drunk history of the Penguin. Thanks for listening. As always, subscribe, get a sticker pack. This is Comics and Brews. Cheers. Oh yeah.
Pages turn, the story unfolds, in ink on the paper, a world I behold. Lost in the panels where heroes fly, comic books and brews, my alibi.